of you have travelled some distance to be here today, you are especially welcome. I was talking to a man there who's travelled from Blackpool to be here, and earlier on we had a group from Israel. Although I think they might have gone to the camp now, I'm not sure if they're still here. So our theme is spreading. My name is Brian Kingston. I am an elected councillor for the D.U.P. for this electoral area for the Greater Shankill. And I bring you also greetings from the Worshipful Master and Brethren of my own lodge, Glen Cairn, Royal Orange Lodge 1242. Members of my lodge are regular attenders and supporters of this weekly protest, and there are members here again today, so I thank them for their support. We gather again today in support of the Ligonier Lodges and bands. Your presence this afternoon is a further demonstration that this issue remains unresolved. You represent our determination that the illogical and unbalanced decision of the now departed Parades Commission to prevent these three lodges from completing their 12th of July parade was unprincipled, was a reward to Republican violence, and was totally unjustified and unacceptable. It was not a solution. It was an injustice. We will stand by our lodges and our bands. We don't do walking away. We will maintain this stand for civil and religious liberties, a shared future for the people of Northern Ireland, and access to shared space must include the loyal orders and bands. We aren't prepared to be the fall guys because of divisions among nationalists and Republicans. We know there are major splits and factions within that community. We're not going to take the hit to keep their divisions below the surface. This protest will continue, both determined and non-violent. We know how keen our political opponents, including certain elements within the media, are to find fault and to criticise this principled stand. We will not be deterred by their opposition or by their misinformation. We have been disciplined and steadfast, and that is how we will continue. Our cause is right, our cause is just, and this we will maintain. We know what our enemies would most like to see. It would suit them for there to be public division among us and between us. We will not help them. Let us continue to work together as a united front with unity of purpose. The watchwords which served our forefathers and mothers well in their day of trial will serve us well also. United we stand, divided we fall. We have witnessed appalling inconsistency and lack of principle from Republicans. Some of them claim not to object to a morning parade coming down the Crumlin Road, but then they did object to a morning parade going back up. This objection to the direction of the parade sends the message to the Unionist community in Upper Ardoyne and Ballysillan that they think you can leave, but you can't come back. Well, I don't accept that ignorant and intolerant view, and I'm sure neither do you. I have a message for those nationalists and Republicans. This part of the Greater Shankill will stand by our brethren and sisters in Ballysillan and Upper Ardoyne. We are one overall community, and we will have freedom of movement. We will not accept the isolation of any part of our community. We will have no more tolerance. In the forthcoming election campaign, when of course there will be different pro-union parties standing, let us ensure that this cause remains a united one and above party politics. And let me say also, when it comes to election day, remember that in both the European and local government elections, they operate under the single transferable vote system. If you don't transfer your vote, it could be wasted. Make sure your vote counts on the 22nd of May. No matter who your number one is, make sure that you transfer 2, 3, 4 and so on to all Unionist candidates.
Yes, yes.
It just remains for me to thank, on your behalf, the bands who have played today, and again those that have travelled some distance. We greatly appreciate your presence here today and your support. And as this protest continues throughout the week, we thank all who will maintain this presence 24/7 for as long as it takes. We will not give in, and no surrender. Thank you.